Hello, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do my project 10 uses / shop my stash. As always, I will discuss everything I've worked on the last month, if I have hit my 10 uses, and then I will go into the shopping my stash section if I can talk properly. Okay, so here we go. These videos are usually really long, so I do apologize, but yeah, I have quite a lot rolling out this month. I have a few that I've hit maybe like only 8 uses, 9 uses. I'm going to choose whether I roll it out or not. I find that if I keep items in for more than a month, usually the following month I just struggle to use it. That's how I've felt so far since I've been doing the project. So unless I really like the item but I just forgot about it, I think I'm gonna mostly roll out anything that's like 8 uses and above, but we'll just get into it. Okay, there is one item in here that I'm going to be putting in my soon to be decluttered pile. And I actually haven't even used this enough times. I've only used it 6 times, but it is just atrocious. So it is my Figs and Rouge blurring primer. Now, Caitlin Costella even mentioned this in one of her videos recently, that it peels, and it does. It's so bad. I didn't know it was the primer. I was using this in conjunction with a few of my other foundations, and I've realized it is actually the primer that is at fault, because when I use the foundation without the primer, there's no peeling involved. So this is absolutely horrendous. And I did mark like where I started, and about down here. I have used it 6 times, but I am not going to use it anymore and I'm going to get rid of it. I just don't feel the need to pan this when it's absolutely horrible. So that one is going to be in a soon to be decluttered pile, which is the only one out of this list that I think is going now, so that's good. Okay, next up I've got my Norns highlighter. I just received this in my Odin's mystery box. This one I've only used 4 times. I feel like I've got hard pan though. I'm going to keep it in another month just to use it a bit more. I do have it on today. It is really beautiful, but I do feel like I have a little bit of hard pan in the center there, so that's a bit annoying. I've only used it 4 times, technically 5 times, because I did do it used it once before rolling it into the project. But yeah, I will keep it in because I haven't used it enough to really get a good opinion about it, and it was a brand new item for me. So yeah, keeping that one in. Another one that I'm going to be keeping in is my Phase Zero blush. This is a cream blush. It's this beautiful, I actually have it on today, but it's a bit diluted. It's just this peachy blush. It's called Arabian Nights. I really like this, but I just didn't reach for it. I only reached for it twice, including today. So that's not good. It's really hot. So like if I start sweating on camera, I do apologize. I don't have my fan in here, but it's like a muggy heat. The sun isn't even out, but you know, so many clouds, but it's just a muggy, humid heat that I'm not enjoying. And I just blow dried my hair, so I'm extra hot. So anyway, yes, so those 2 are staying. And then the figs I'm going to be decluttering. So next up I have this duo, this May duo, which has got a blush and a highlighter. This one, I did say that I was going to mark them individually, which I have. So I used the blush 7 times and I've used the highlighter twice. I'm going to roll this out. I feel like I've used it enough times to get a good feeling of it. I really do like this. Now, when I rolled it in, I wanted to just use the blush mostly. I wasn't really rolling in for the highlighter, and I did use the blush more than the highlighter. It is actually a gorgeous blush. I think it's going to be in my top 5 at the moment, just in terms of how much I really loved it. It is very pigmented, but I've really liked that, and you can dilute it a little bit if you just keep you know, blending it out. So yeah, that one I'm going to be rolling out. Another one that I'm going to be rolling out, which I haven't used 10 times. I mean, so far this is sort of a fail because none of these I've used 10 times, but you know, it is my project, so I'm just doing what I want. This is the Ofra Bronzer Americano. This one I've used 8 times, and this is really hard to use because it is too deep for me. So I have to be really light-handed with it unless I want to be super bronzy. And to be honest, I kind of have debated whether I want to keep this or not. I'm going to keep it because I don't have a bronzer like this at the moment, but I don't think that it's going to stay in my collection all that much. I don't think it'll be decluttered in my next declutter video, which I plan to do soon. I have noticed though, there are some lines underneath. You can kind of see, actually you can't see on camera, I can see in person, but I don't think it's showing on camera. So I have done a pretty nice dent in there. I can actually see the ridges underneath. So it might be something that I try to pan, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it's not going to be in the next declutter, but maybe eventually in the one after I will be getting rid of it, because come winter time I'm not going to be able to use it. So that one is kind of a frustrating one because I just don't know what to do with it. The next thing I have is my freckle pen from She Glam. This one I have used 13 times. So this one is not really an item. I don't have any other freckle item, right? So I think I'm just going to keep it out and use it as and when I want to use it. I'm not going to track my usage on it. I actually really like it. So the way that I like this, it is one of these felt tips. It's not actually a pen, and I think I probably prefer a pen. What I do like about this though is I just color in the beauty marks or the moles, like freckles that I currently already have. I just deepen them up a little bit, and that's how I've been enjoying it. I don't actually create brand new ones, and if I do, it's just one or two. It's more, I use it more to create beauty spots as opposed to the whole freckle, because it's a little bit messy with the felt tip. So that's the only thing. Okay, next up is my Skin Paradise from L'Oreal. This is a tinted water cream thing. It says tinted water cream. That's basically what it is. It's I use it as a foundation. It is in the shade medium, so it's been good to use this and pair it with some concealer just to lighten up a little bit. But this one I have used 10 times. It's going to be rolling out. I do want to say, I mean, you can see I've used quite a bit because obviously the air bubble's kind of gone. So I do feel like I've had a good dent in this. I do want to say though, and I think I mentioned this in one of my videos, my Get Ready With Me, it just smells like licorice. It doesn't have licorice in it. It does have witch hazel, ginger, and aloe vera and water. But it smells like licorice, and that's a little bit off-putting. So, but anyway, I'm going to be rolling that out. The next one I have is my Urban Decay foundation. This is the Hydromaniac. This one I have used 13 times. This one I've kind of gone back and forth with. I don't know if I really like this. I don't dislike it, but I don't think that I'm going to, once I'm finished, I don't think I'm going to run out and repurchase it. It's not my favorite foundation formula. I think that I prefer more liquidy foundations, and this is, it's kind of in between. It's not super thick, but it's not super runny. And I mean, when I first got it, I thought it was great. I really liked it. It's gone all dark now, sorry. But I don't know if I necessarily like it anymore, but I don't dislike it. It's just a weird one. I just don't think I'm going to repurchase it. And I've used it plenty of times now where I feel like I have a good opinion on it, but I don't know what that opinion is. I just know I don't love it. That's all it is. So the next one is my Wet n Wild concealer. This one I picked up. This was a newer one. This is the Photo Focus one. This one I've used 10 times. Actually, it's 11 times because I used it today. This one is fine. I think the applicator is just too small. I think that's my problem with it. It's so tiny, and I like to do it under my eyes, so it's just a little bit too small for me. This is perfect if you're just trying to dot and like spot conceal, but I like to do like a nice sweep under the eyes. That's kind of what I use concealer for, and I just find that the applicator just too small. But as an actual concealer, I think it's fine. I don't have any issues with it. It's not as light as I would like. I think I would like a lighter shade. This is in the shade Light Ivory, so I don't even know if they have a lighter shade, but it's just, it's light enough, but I like a really brightening concealer, so one shade lighter I think would be perfect for me. Okay, next up is my Milk Bronzer. Now I have to say, I had this in the project last month, and I put it away, and I forgot that I said that I was going to keep it in the project. So for the first 2 weeks, I didn't even work on this at all. But yeah, so last month, let me just see, how many times did I use this last month? I used it 5 times this last month, and then this month I've used it 4 times. I could have used it one more time today, but I just didn't. I am going to be rolling it out. I do like it. I do feel the same way about it, where it's almost a little bit too light, and the pigment doesn't stay too much. But I think in winter it'll be great. I just think in the summer my skin is changing quite a bit, whether I'm in the sun or if I'm not. You know, it's just, I don't really know what my shade is at the moment. So when I put this on, it just kind of disappears into nothing at the moment. But I think in the winter time that would be a good bronzer for me. But yeah, rolling that one out. The next thing that I'm going to be rolling out is my Glowish blush from Huda Beauty. Now, when I did my blush rankings, I think it was at the end of last year, I think this was my favorite. I think this is the one that I chose for my favorite. So last month I had it in and I used it 4 times. This month I've used it 6 times, so I have used it 10 times. This one's also getting a little bit of a hard pan, which I've never had that issue with blush before, so it's a little bit strange. The pigmentation is still there, it's really nice. But if I had to rank my blushes now, it would definitely not be in my #1 because it was a struggle to reach for this. I just didn't want to reach for it. And I don't know what that is because it is really beautiful. And when I put it on my cheeks, I really do like it. Just blended it out there. It's not hugely pigmented, but you can build it up. It's a really beautiful peachy pink, which is mostly what I like to use. So it's got all the things that I love. Maybe because it's got a hard pan, there's something that I don't love about it anymore. My dog is snoring, if you can hear that. But anyway, I'm rolling that one out. Okay, next up is actually a Kiko Milano highlighter, but I have the remnants in this thing. If you know, you know. So last month I used this, how many times? 7 times. And then this month I've used it 3 times. I've used it 10 times. You are not gonna be able to see any difference, really. I feel like there's less in here. It is definitely by far my favorite highlighter. I hate having to, I have the compact. I'm just not going to use the compact until I finish this up. There's just no point, and I don't want this to go to waste. And I'm not going to repress the whole thing because I don't want to ruin it. But it's by far my favorite highlighter in terms of color. It just really reminds me of one of those MAC ones that I absolutely loved. It's just so blinding and beautiful. I really love this, but yeah, I'm going to be rolling it out. I used it 10 times. I might have to roll it into a project pan just so I can force myself to finish this, because now that I'm putting it back into my stash, I'm probably not going to use it. So yeah, I'll need to roll that in some point. Okay, next up, I've got a Lottie London loose pigment here. I've only used this twice. I'm going to keep it in. This is in the shade Golden Hour. Really, really beautiful. I just forgot about it, and I have a lot of eyeshadow that I'm working on, so this one was neglected, but when I thought about it and I added it onto my lids, it was absolutely stunning. But yeah, that one's going to stay in because I do want to use more of it. Next up, I've got a face palette. This is from SheGlam. It's the peachy one. This one I have used 9 times in total, so I'm going to be rolling it out. I just rolled it in last month. It was new to me. I think you can see some waffling in this one, which is absolutely crazy because I've only had this like a month. And this was really like the first time that I really used all of them. But there definitely is some, you can see there's some waffling in here. So I think these pans are really, really shallow. So yeah, I've used this one twice, this one twice, this one 5 times, and this one 6 times. I'm sorry, I'm blinding you. So this one's a cream, and then the rest are powders, but I really like this one as a blush. This one it's supposed to be a blush or like a highlighter, whatever. I don't know. I've used it as a hybrid of a highlighter slash bronzer because it's just sort of that sort of brownish shade. This one's not very nice. I don't really like that one too much. This one's good, but if I use too much of it, it has a lot of yellow in it. It's like a yellow gold, and yeah, I put it on my nose one day and I had to wipe it off because it was too much. It's really nice in the inner corner though. I did use it in my inner corner and also as a brow highlight, and it is stunning that way. But that one is rolling out. Okay, next up, eyeliner. So I rolled in this ColourPop gel eyeliner in the shade Bay Breeze. I've used this 5 times. I'm going to keep it in because I really do enjoy it. I just haven't used it as much as I would like, but it is a really beautiful peachy eyeliner. So this one I'm keeping in. Onto the lipsticks or like lip products. So I actually have this on today. This is from Beauty Bay. This is their lipstick in the shade Tea. This one I have used 7 times. I want to keep it in. I'm really enjoying this, and I just didn't roll. I didn't like roll it in. I keep wanting to say I didn't roll it in, but it's already rolled in. I didn't wear it enough because I have too many lip products at the moment. So I do want to keep it in. It's not one of these ones where I don't want to use it anymore. I actually did want to use this more. I just didn't get a chance to. So that one is staying in as well. I have this Oden's Eye liquid lipstick. This one I've only used 3 times. I'm going to keep it in. I do like it. I just don't know if I like liquid lipsticks at the moment. So it's a little bit of a struggle because it does dry down quite dry. So, but the color is absolutely stunning. So that one I am keeping in. And then I've got some ColourPop here. So these lip oils, I've got the lip oil in the shade Peachy Keen. This one I've used 11 times. I love this. I am going to be rolling out, but I wish I could keep it in because I really like it. The next one I'm going to keep in because I didn't use it enough. This is the Dewdrop. It's just a clear one. This one I've only used 3 times, so I'm going to be keeping that one in. Okay, what's next? Next is this L'Oreal in the shade Rose Tone. This is a lipstick. This one I've had it in like 3 months now. So regardless of how many times I've used it, I'm going to be rolling it out. So when I first rolled it in, I used it 4 times, and then last month I used it only twice, so that was 6 times, and now I've used it twice again, so 8 times. I'm going to be rolling it out. I think I'm just not into it at the moment. It's more of a wintry shade, and I'll tell you why. Because it is a very icy pink, and I just don't want to wear that right now. I think that's going to be perfect for wintertime. I know I gravitate towards that in the winter. So this one I'm going to be rolling out. I did use it 8 times. I mean, I think that's fine. Okay, next up is my NYX, and I can't find it. Where did it go? Where is my NYX? Okay, I can't find it. I don't know where it is. It's my NYX lip cream in the shade Tokyo. I don't know where it is, and I haven't left the room with it, so you know what it is? My son might have stolen it from me. So last month I only used it twice. This month I've only used it twice. I was going to roll it out though, so if I can find it, I'm going to roll it out because it is another liquid lipstick, and it is a very, very pale pink. Obviously it's not shiny like this, but it is a very, very pale pink. It is just too wintry, and I'm just not going to reach for it. I haven't been wanting to reach for it at all. I've just been putting it on just to put it on, and that's not something I want to do. If I can find it, I'll roll it out. I don't know where it's gone. Oh shoot, it's right here. Okay, never mind. This one is right here. Yeah, this is in the shade Tokyo. I'll show you what it looks like. So this one, yeah, it's like this sort of baby pink, but it's, for me, it's kind of icy. So I'm going to be rolling that one out. Even though I've only used it 4 times, I know I don't want to use it. So I'm just going to take a judgment there. And yeah, the next one I have is an Estee Lauder lipstick. I have a lot of lip products, that's why I've been struggling with some of these. So this one I used 4 times last month, and I've used it 3 times this month. So 7 times in total. What do I want to do with this? I did just wear it yesterday, and I do like it. I really like how creamy it is as well, and I like the color. I do, it's right there. I do like the color. I think I'm going to keep this one in since I'm rolling so much out. I'm going to keep this one in. I've only used it 7 times. I do like it. It was a pleasure. And I think I just didn't pick it because I had too much going on. AVH, I got an AVH bronzer. This one I've only used 5 times. I'm going to be keeping it in. I just rolled it in the project last month. I don't really think it looks any different, but it is a pleasure. I've just had the milk one, and then I also am panning one, so it just got lost, but I'm going to be keeping it in. And then powders, I had the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This one I have used 17 times. I did think I was going to hit pan because I'm getting sort of a dent. I thought, oh, maybe I will hit pan, but no, haven't used it enough to hit pan. But yeah, that one I've used a lot, but I'm going to be rolling that one out. This NYX one, the Duo Chromatic one, I've only used 6 times, so I'm going to be keeping it in. This you could use as definitely a highlighter. I think that's probably what it's intended for because it's like an icy with a shift of pink highlighter, but I like it as like a finishing powder. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I saw someone do that and I really liked it. So I'm going to be keeping it in because I didn't use it enough. This one I'm going to be rolling out now. This is my Douglas highlighter palette. And I have to be careful because this shade actually popped out. I guess the glue stopped working and it has popped out. So I need to be careful not to tip it too much so it drops. but I really like these. So basically I use this as a blush, this is a bronzer, and then the rest are really beautiful highlighters. Oops. And I had it in the project last time. Last time I used the palette 8 times, but I wanted to keep it in. I've used it another 3 times. I've used it 11 times in total. This is one of the ones where I could have rolled it out last time, and then because I just didn't want to use it too much this last month. Even though I like it, I just rolled in too much other stuff, and I worked on my She Glam quite a bit. So I could have rolled it out last time. But anyway, yeah, I've used every single shade in here, which is what I wanted to do, but not this month. I used every single shade last month. So actually this top row I didn't go into at all this month. But I went into this sort of bronzery shade 2 times. I used the blush once, and then I used this one twice. So that's all I've done this month. But yeah, I'm going to be rolling it out. I really, really like it. It's really lovely. Let's see. Okay, next up is eyeshadow palettes, and then we will move on to my shopping, my stash. Yes, okay, eyeshadow palette. I'm rolling out the Club Nebula. Last month I used it 4 times. This month I've used it 6 times. That's a total of 10 times. I haven't used every single shade this month, but in total I have used every single shade now. I honestly, I thought I was going to be able to hit pan in this. There's quite a nice little dip, but I just didn't use it enough. I think if I were to hit pan, it would be in that shade and then one of these shimmers. Those are the two different pans that I'm going to probably hit first. I'll put up on the screen what it looked like last month and what it looks like now and how many times I've used it this month, and then also in total. But I'm going to be rolling this out. I really do like this palette now. I'm happy that I've changed my mind on it. Okay, so the next palette I have is the Avocado Toast. I have used this 6 times. I have not used every single shade yet. I'm going to keep it in for another month. But this is what it's looking like. Obviously, there's no real disturbance other than, like, there's no, I don't know, visible change, maybe apart from these 2, and then you can see I've used some of the other ones. But I'll put up on the screen how many times I've used it. Definitely use the avocado one the most, but I also really like this lemon pepper as well. So every shade I've used I really have enjoyed. And I think it's just a couple of the darker ones that I haven't tried yet, which I will try. But yeah, it's been a pleasure using this. I don't know if it's my favorite BH Cosmetic palette that I own yet. I still need to try the Blueberry Muffin, but I'm happy that I got it, and I really do like some of the shades. I really love this expensive shade. I used that in a look, and it was really surprising to me. It's just, and it's so soft, but it's actually really beautiful, this shade. So that one was surprising because I didn't know this palette had these beautiful like rosy tone shimmers. So that was a nice little surprise that it wasn't a full-on green palette, that there was more to it. So I really like that. But yeah, I'm going to be keeping it in because I just want to work on it a little bit more and get a better feeling on it. The next one I have is the Canyon from Alter Ego. This one I've used 6 times. I have used every single shade. Can't really bend it. There we go. I have used every single shade. It is the dupe for the bronze palette, I believe, from Natasha Denona, and I really like it. Now, I will say, and this is what an issue that I had with the other Alter Ego I had with the Artemist, I feel like some of these shades are too similar. I feel as though, yeah, it's these 2. These 2, when I put them on the lids, they just look the same, along with, so these 3 in a line, when I put them on the lid, they look too similar to each other. Also, this one and this one, they're just a little bit too similar. And the way that I do my makeup, it just doesn't look that different. Now, I will say this shade down here is really beautiful. This is the Desert Moon. This is gorgeous. I love these types of shades where it's obviously a duochrome. It has the base and then it has sort of that flip, and it's like a flip of purple. It's really nice. I really like that shade. That was a really nice, a pleasant surprise working on this. And yeah, I've only used it 6 times, so I'm going to be keeping it in. But I don't think it's my favorite Alter Ego. I have been trying all 3 of them now because I got the Shadow Kiss in my Pan Those eyeshadows that I'm working on. And to be honest, I think that's my favorite out of the 3. But I'll give, maybe I'll do like a review of Alter Ego now that I've tried all 3 palettes. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be keeping that in. So I'll keep 2 palettes in, some of these other products, but there is a lot I'm rolling out. So let's go shop my stash. All right, so let's start. I always start with lip products and I usually go wrong. So, but we're going to do it anyway. So I do feel like I want to pull in a couple of these reds. I don't know which one to do because honestly, they're smelling bad. This Juicy Bomb, I used it the other day and it did not smell good. Yeah, it's slowly turning. I'm sort of panicking about my lip glosses. So I'm going to take this one out from Essence. This one, let me just smell this one. This is the Jelly Pop one. Okay, so this one from ELF doesn't smell too bad. So I'm going to keep this one, work on the Juicy Bomb a little bit. Let me think. What are like the oldest ones? I'm just trying to think. The oldest ones that I have, are they going bad? This is something I wanted to pan. So let me just see what this smells like. This is the ELF Prismatic Lip Gloss. Yeah, this one smells okay. There's another one here, the Retro Paradise one from ELF as well, the Dream On Lip Gloss. Let me see what this smells like. Yeah, this one is the one that's turning that I spoke about in a recent video. So I'm going to take this one out as well. Sorry for my disgusting nails. I do need to do them again. That's why I don't wear nail polish. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to take this one out as well. There is another red that I want to take out, which is a more of a, like, for me, it's a lip balm, but it's very pigmented, from Physicians Formula. It is the Samba Red shade. I wore this the other day. It's so stunning. See, that's why I have it in the lip balms. It is very like lip balmy, but it's super pigmented. But I'm going to take this one out. And that's it, because I know I already have plenty of lip products I'm working on. And that gives me the option to have a couple lip glosses. I already have lip oil and I have lipstick. So yeah, that's actually fine. So I'm going to be moving on. All right, so in here, let me think what I want to do. In terms of a base and what I want to work on, let's take this one. This is BH Cosmetics Illuminating Face Primer. I've had this a while. Let's take it out. I don't have too much in here. It only lasts 12 months. Definitely had it longer than 12 months. So we'll take that one out. It's a really nice illuminating primer, and I don't have illuminating primer in at the moment. I'm working on. And for powder, I'm just thinking, I have the Glowish. I have this new NYX finishing powder, but I don't want to pull that. And I have this one. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to take this one out, actually. This is the Laura Geller. It's like a highlighter, but I like it as a finishing powder. Oh, but should I take this out? Actually, no, never mind. I don't want to take that one out because I already have the NYX one, and that has a little bit of a glow. Oh, this is hard. This is hard. Okay, let me take this one out. It is new, but that's a finishing powder. Oh gosh, what am I doing? I don't know. You know, I'm still working on my loose powder, so why can't I use this? Yeah, I'm going to take this one out. Just ignore me. I'm just being silly. I'm going to take it out. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. And then in concealer-wise, I actually tried this the other day. This is a green concealer, as you can see, from My Label, which is, I guess, a drugstore brand here. They have a lot of stuff. But I do... Oh, this is going to be really NYX heavy because I do actually have some new NYX products. I think I'm going to take this out. This is brand new to me, the Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I'm going to take it out and see what it's like. I have the shade Vanilla. I think this is Vanilla. Yeah, Vanilla. Okay, and then I tried this the other day, and I swear, and maybe it was just a first impressions and I had a really good day, but this is like my skin but better. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I might have found my perfect foundation. I've been wanting this for so long. This is the Vanilla Nude shade. This is stunning, and it didn't look like I was wearing foundation, just looked like I had beautiful skin. So I'm going to take this out and hopefully I can replicate that. And that's it, really. Yeah, moving on. My face drawer, it's just a mess. But there are a few products in here that I've been thinking of pulling out. If I can spot it. Where is it? Is it this one? These are all my blushes. These are my, yeah, this Kiko one I want to take out. This is beautiful. This is in the shade Shadow of the Earth. Smells gorgeous, but it is this lovely, I guess, like neutral peachy tone. So yeah, I want to take that out. It's really stunning right there. I think also I'm going to want to take out this one. Yeah, this one from NYX. Actually, no, I'm going to take this one out. This is the Essence Blush Lighter. I don't have a good opinion about this, so I feel like this is a good opportunity for me to use it a little bit more and see if I really like it or if it's something that I want to eventually declutter. I'm not going to take a cream blush out. I've just decided I'm not doing that this month. In terms of highlighters, oh gosh, I don't know. You know what, scratch that. I'm going to take my Belgian waffle. I've been wanting to take this out for a couple of times now. And this has got plenty of highlighters and it's got the bronzers. So I'm just going to take these out and not pull out any singles. I think I'm just going to give myself a break from all those singles and just use the Space Palette. And then I'm almost done with my face setting spray. So I'm going to take this one out. This is the Primark Prime and Infuse. I'm going to take that one out and use it a little bit because I have quite a lot in here. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm going to take it out anyway. Okay, so I think I'm only going to take one eyeshadow palette out. I think this is going to be pretty quick Shop My Stash, just simply because I feel a little overwhelmed. There's a few choices here, right? So I filmed a first impressions of this, but I never posted it. This is the Alva from Odin's Eye. It is really beautiful eyeshadow palette, but I was quite underwhelmed with the shades. This is a beautiful shade, this lilac here, and there's a few other quite pretty shades, but when I compare this to other palettes in my collection, it doesn't add anything new, so it is pretty disappointing. However, having said that, I've only used it I think once or twice, so I could take that one out and see if I fall in love with it. There's also this Sample Beauty one, the Equalizer 2, which looks like this. And this one I haven't touched at all. Now, this is a very wintry palette, but these top two rows are very stunning. And I do want to play around with them this summer. So I could take this one out. But the thing is, this is such a huge palette. Should I just do a first impressions on it, as opposed to taking it out, using every single shade and blah, 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 because there are so many shades in here. I just don't know if this is the palette for me to do that with. But I really want to work on these two rows because they just look really beautiful. But I feel like if I take this out, I'm not going to want to work on the other rows. So that's an option that I had to sort of think about. So yeah, I've got the Alva 2, I mean not the Alva, but the Alva, not the Alva 2, but the Alva Sample Beauty that I could potentially pull from this drawer. I also, let me see, maybe I should take this out. This is a new product for me. This is a glitter from NYX in the shade, I guess, is that the shade? Glio? I don't know. No, the shade is it shade? The glitter? No, it can't be. Well, anyway, I think I'm gonna take this out and, gosh, should I use it? Never used it before. Should I do a first impressions? I don't know. You see, I just don't know if I need to do that. This is a really beautiful palette. See, the thing is, I have two palettes in already. So do I take something out now to use with them, or do I just take some little tiny thing out? I could take this one out. This is really beautiful. I do like that. I could take my blueberry muffin. I'm wondering, see, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I had a feeling that I knew what I was going to do today. And now that I've done it, I just don't know what I want to do. Maybe I'll take this one out. But it's very warm toned. And I'm just not into warm tones right now. But I need to work on this. It's too much like the Canyon. I don't want to take it out because it's too much like the Canyon. Maybe I'm going to take my blueberry muffin. Let's do it. Yeah, let's take this one out. I haven't even swatched it. Let's do it. It's finally time. Let me do this. All right, so these are all the extra items I'm taking out, and then everything else dotted around are either project pan items or my Shop My Stash items from last month that I'm still working on. But you know, I didn't pick a lot because I am feeling overwhelmed. So apologies, it's not a huge Shop My Stash and it's not like a complete refresh, but I really do want to work on items that I want to work on. And I know I wanted to use this Juicy Bomb. I wanted to pick this Physicians Formula one. And I know when to pick my Belgian waffle, this blush, and so on. And then there's a few here that are new, and I'm really excited about this next. Bear with me. So yeah, I don't know if that's really interesting. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it, this project, just simply because I'm really figuring out what I like and what I don't like in my collection, and I'm getting this information so that I can do a decent declutter, because then I'll know, because previously I just decluttered items that, you know, I didn't like the look of. But honestly, I want to be able to say I've used this at least 10 times, maybe 8 times, and I really don't like it. I'm just going to pass it on. And this is a good project for me to figure that out with. So yeah, this is everything I'll be working on and put it all away now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you next time. Bye.